You're not who you are. You're not an electrician. You're not a medium. You're not a politician. You're not a football star. This, that and the other. They're just experiences. Find out who you are. And you're not a carpenter. And neither was Jesus or his father. They were just experiences. I'm going to address this question of what is a Nazi. We're not a label, people. We're not any label. When you call yourself a medium, that's not what you are. It's something you do. When you call yourself anything as a title, as a label, it's not who you are. It's something you do. And it goes the same for being human. What does human mean? You can go and look it up all you like. But for me, I have to give and defer to what our masters, our owners, our controllers say it in Black's Law Dictionary. For human, see monster. For monster, one who cannot own anything. I'm not human. I am man of mankind. And what lacks in this world is mankind. Man being kind. Because they're all too busy being human or all too busy being spiritual, and they don't know who they are. But what is a Nazi? And I refer to the definition that came out of the Nuremberg trials, where these few token Nazis were put on trial for crimes during the Second World War, and a few token individuals stood trial at the Nuremberg trials, and they were called Nazis. But what is a Nazi? And their defence was, we were just following orders. I was just following orders. We were just following orders. So that, for me, is what defines a Nazi. Someone who, without considering the moral implications of their actions, just follows orders. So that could be a nurse. By definition, somebody who just follows orders and does what they're told, substances they've got no clue as to what they are or what they do, is a Nazi. Somebody who goes around putting up 5G towers, etc., etc., because they were ordered to do so, is a Nazi. By the very definition set out at the Nuremberg war trials. Somebody who's simply following orders without any consideration for the moral and ethical implications of their actions is, by definition, a Nazi. And that could be any of us. And do you know why? Because we're too busy living at the expense of knowing what it is to simply live. So those that enforce the lockdown in all different ways, forms, police, government, officials, agencies, this, that and the other, they're Nazis. They walk amongst us. They could be sitting there listening to this with you now. It could be you. It could be your neighbours. Somebody who follows orders without culpability for the implications, morally or ethically, of their actions. That's what a Nazi is. Does that define you? Too involved in living at the expense of knowing what it is to live. And you've got to stop living, and you've got to start paying attention, first and foremost to you, and then what's going on outside of you. Because if not, then you could be considered a Nazi by default, because you don't think, because you don't care, because you're not aware, consciously aware. Then you could be demonic. And you are if you're not consciously aware to the true self. It might not show in your everyday life. You haven't got the conscious awareness that the true self of the I am. Are you aware of that? Possibly not, if you've got a television, if you spend your life with the bread and circuses that your masters provide for you, watching, commentating, arguing over politics and sport and religion, etc., etc., etc. You could well be a Nazi by the definition that was provided for us at the Nuremberg trials after the Second World War. If you are simply somebody that follows the edicts of your masters, your controllers, so you can continue providing a living for yourself and your family, then by definition, as set out at the Nuremberg trials, you're a Nazi. Look it up for yourself. Following orders is not an excuse. It's a reason most people have their head buried in the sand or up their own arse or whatever. I'll give you that. It's a reason, but it's not an excuse. It's not an excuse, and never ever should it be or will it be. If you haven't got your own internal moral code that you adhere to and abide by, cause no harm, cause no loss, cause no injury, then by definition, as set out at the Nuremberg trials, you're a Nazi. Think about it. Just think, for pity's sake. If this message resonates, share the message. Don't share me. Share the message. I'm limited, so I'm relying upon you. Those of you that do listen to me, if you resonate with what you're hearing, share it wherever you can. In emails, on your social media platforms, be it Facebook, Gab, maybe, whatever. Telegram, share it. I got booted off of Telegram, somebody hacked my account and I can't get back in there. So that and what Facebook do to you, or to the likes of me, and what BitChute are now doing to the likes of me, you know, I'm so grateful for the platform of MeWe, allowing me to post and share in numerous groups, and I need your support. If you recognise yourself in the messages that you hear on my channel, if you resonate with the messages you hear on my channel, then share it wherever you can. Your email contacts, whatever. Share it. Don't share me, share the message. If I were a medium, if I were an electrician, if I were awake and aware to the true self. Paramia, thank you. In Lakesh, in you I see an enemy. Mitako eo yasin, we are all related, we are all relatives. But I tell you, my friends, I say to you, awaken, rise from slumber like lions. May abundance be with you. Let us all cast out our own shadows, so we can see the shadows and the darkness outside of us, and cast that out as well. You are the light, you are the way. Wake up to the true self. Find your own light, find your own way, because it is there deep within your soul being. If it were not so, I would not tell you.